Welcome third grade to Science at Home. So you might see my settings a little bit different. So I had been filming all of this usually downstairs in my kitchen, but we have since converted one of our bedrooms, our smaller bedrooms, into an office. So I repainted that and everything with the help of my family, and we've relocated me up here. So let's start with our I can statements today for today's lesson. So, I can watch a Brain Pop Junior video to learn about plant life cycles. Now that is our key topic right there. After you watch that, I want you to come back and watch this video. Okay? And together we will create a plant life cycle diagram. Then we will also list 4 ways seeds can be spread to new places. You will need your journal. I recommend 3 crayons, orange, yellow, and green. Of course, a pencil or a pen, though I prefer pencil, for you to write with. If you are able to print, I have shared this document with you. If you are able to print, you're going to print that out. And if you can, then you're also going to need scissors and glue for that. If you cannot print, don't worry. I will show you how to prepare a notebook if you're not able to print that out. Okay, so at this time would be the time to get all your things together. So you're going to pause the video, get all your things together, and actually go watch the Brain Pop Junior and then come back to this presentation. So this is the heading of our unit, and I've already written on the top of my notebook. So again, if you couldn't print out, I will show you right here how to do it as well. So we're going to create that diagram you see on the right side of your screen. We are doing life cycle of a plant, but we're going to focus on a pumpkin in particular. And then we're also going to follow up with how do seeds spread to other locations. Now, hopefully you did pause this video as I had suggested, and you went and you actually watched the Brain Pop Junior, because it gives you a lot of information that we will now follow up with in this presentation. So life cycle of a plant. As you see with the pumpkin, there are going to be 6 stages to this life cycle that we're going to put in our notebooks. So let's begin. We're going to start with a seed. So I'm actually going to put that at the very top up here. And you don't have to draw all those seeds, just one. Just one. And pumpkin seeds have a unique shape to them. So do the best that you can and label. Add the label seed. Okay, I'm showing you mine as well. After the seed, well, now mind you, seeds don't just start growing. We have to now make sure they're getting moisture, they're buried down in the soil. They actually like it dark when they start to grow. And the next is a sprout. So I'm going to draw mine clockwise. So I'm going to draw a little arrow, goes down here, and my next thing is going to be a sprout. And it's just going to be a stem with 2 leaves coming off of it. And if you can, show a little more growth still continuing in the middle. Okay, so just like so. A little dark in here. Hold on. I've got to adjust the lights in this room. Maybe this will help. Okay, hopefully that helps. Let's see. Did that help? I hope so. And I'm also going to color that sprout green, so I have my crayon. And don't forget to add the words. You'll notice that I'm underlining, italicizing, bold, so the words stand out. You don't have to say next is a sprout, just sprout. Now again, leave enough room because we're doing 6 changes. Now from the sprout, pumpkin plants grow vines. They grow vines. And again, we don't want to draw a lot of vines. We're just going to draw maybe some squiggly lines. So I'm drawing I'm just drawing some squiggly lines. And I'm going to attach some leaves onto those squiggly lines. Again, you don't have to be a perfect artist for this. Okay? And that's why we add the words as well. And again, I'm going to color them in green. Now, if you were able to print, I will show you what your finished diagram should look like at the end. But you should have a good idea when you're looking at everything. So there are my vines. Okay. Then there's going to be flowers that form on these vines. And they have these really pretty yellow flowers. Really pretty yellow flowers. So I'm going to do my best looking at this. It has 5 petals to it. They come to a point, I notice. Okay, so kind of like that. Now I recommend you do it in pencil. I'm doing it in pen, so it kind of shows up a little better on the screen for you guys. And I'm going to color it yellow and also add the word flower. Make sure you're writing that on there too. Okay. Well, after the flower, and this doesn't happen with every flower, it needs to be fertilized. So bees or butterflies. If you have fruit bats in the area, they help too sometimes. You end up, the first thing that grows is a green pumpkin. Those are not ripe, okay? Green pumpkins are not ripe, but we can still draw that. Again, it's not art class, but we're doing the best that we can. And I'm going to draw it still attached to like vines and everything. Because remember, it's still growing. So don't forget to add the word green pumpkin. Now, if ever I'm going too fast, you can always slow down. You can always pause. Okay, you can always pause. So there's my green pumpkin. Well, what color is a ripe pumpkin? I think you guys already know. I think you already know. But here it is, an orange pumpkin. So now I'm going to draw that as my ripe pumpkin. I'm going to draw a little piece of a stem on the top too, I think. Yep, I'm going to do that. And my orange pumpkin. And again, notice the arrows that I have. Okay? And that ripe pumpkin, inside of it will be seeds. So that's when we circle right back again to the beginning. So again, if you were able to cut out, yours will look more like this. If you were able to print, that's what it'll look like. Okay, but we're not done. Okay, also in the brain pop, it talked about how do seeds move and spread to other places. So I drew this on one side. On the other side, I'm going to answer that question. Okay, how do seeds travel? So hopefully you know, because you watched the video, there are 4 ways. Only 3 were mentioned in the video, but I'm going to share a 4th with you. Okay, so being eaten by animals. So I would love it if you guys wrote this in your notes as well. Okay, being eaten by animals, and then it's discarded elsewhere. What did that mean in the movie? Well, the animal has to go to the bathroom, and that's when the seeds come back out and they're dropped off somewhere new. Okay, it can travel with the wind. The wind can blow the seeds. Or maybe in moving water. Now, those 3 examples were shared in Brain Pop Jr. However, this last one was not. So I thought I'd share this with you. Seeds can actually attach to a human or an animal. And so I share a picture right there of burrs being stuck on someone's sweater. And if ever you've taken a hike in the woods, sometimes that happens. Okay, especially those sticky ones. Okay, they get stuck to you on your clothing, and when you get home, you shake them off, and guess what? Now those seeds are probably planted just outside the front of your house. You know, or if you have a pet who might go outside, sometimes it's caught up in their fur. Okay, so those are different ways that seeds can spread. So great job. So if you were able to print out, that's what your journal should look like. If you could not print out, you should have been following along with me. And that's what your journal should look like, or very close to it. Okay. Oh my goodness, I just realized I forgot a label. Right up there. That should say ripe pumpkin. Not orange pumpkin, it should say ripe pumpkin. Hopefully you wrote yours down. See, that happens every now and then. Okay, now I'll show that again. There we go. That's what it should look like. Everything should be labeled, okay, including having a heading. And you should also have listed the 4 different ways that seeds could travel. So if you guys can share an image of your journal in Flipgrid, that'd be awesome. I would love that. Okay, and now let's look at the I can statements again. And you did all this, I hope. I mean, I of course don't know if you did the Brain Pop Jr., but if you did, it enhances the learning we're doing. Okay? But we just together created a diagram and we listed 4 ways that seeds could spread to new places. So great job, guys. Keep up the good work.